On today's show, I will discuss the powerful influence family dinners have on our family as I present Bringing the Family Back to the Table. I would touch on ideals that are supported by massive amounts of research that repeatedly show the benefits of a family consistently dining together. It is my hope that this show will provide you with ideas for you to evaluate and consider as a family and as an individual. Welcome to Southern Heirlooms. I'm Ken Rivenbark. Welcome back to Southern Heirlooms. I'm Ken Rivenbark. I'm honored to have the opportunity to speak with you today about bringing the family back to the table. As creator and host of Southern Heirlooms, I've been able to combine my passion of history, antiques, and the memories of those who have passed with the weaving of a new tapestry of standards for the modern family under the umbrella of bridging yesterday with today. So much of what I teach in my projects center around the family, whether it's starting in new traditions or heirlooms or attaching specific memories to objects used by our loved ones. The love of family is the core. With this show, I'm taking a different approach. Instead of a focus on objects that hold memories of the family or things from our past, I'd like to talk about something far more important, the development and enrichment of your most valuable possession, your family. Through the past several decades, our world has evolved into an environmental whirlwind of overbooked schedules and overachieving families that create unrealistic goals for developing our children. We now have college professors by grade 4, star athletes before puberty, 5-year-old computer programmers, and musical prodigies in middle school. Although these are extreme exaggerations, the fact that we are faced with the highest rate of American children who are burnt out and tired of living before they graduate from high school is not. Many of these situations happen under the intent of doing the right thing and making our children ready for the real world. During this show, I will touch on ideals that are supported by massive amounts of research that repeatedly show the benefits of a family consistently dining together. It is my hope that this show will provide you with ideas for you to evaluate and consider as a family and an individual. Soccer practices, dance rehearsals, play dates, and other scheduling conflicts make family mealtime seem like a thing of the past. Suddenly, we're feeding our children breakfast bars during the morning commute, personally sneaking 100-calorie packs at our work desk, and grabbing dinner at the drive-through window. Having the power job, an incredible place to live, keeping up with our contemporaries, or providing children with the latest and the best are all acts of our human nature. But sometimes we just need to slow down, revisit our priorities, and go back to the root of what does my child most need from me. I want to invite you to go back even further to the basic developmental needs of a human being and consider two fundamental principles as you consider ways to better nurture your family. Children need to be allowed time to learn who they are, to breathe, play, and grow. Evidence suggests that talented children are most likely to emerge and excel when they are given time to develop, to play, and to remain children. This research fact included academics, sports, and the arts. In addition, research proves that multiple extracurricular activities do not enhance a child's developmental balance or academic growth as one might expect. It is a basic human instinct to be social, to be needed, to fit in, and be loved. Children, just as adults, will develop a support system to meet these needs, even if they have to do it on their own. A parent must ask, am I actively providing activities that aid in creating a tighter family bond that assists in the building of the development and character of my child, or am I letting teachers, coaches, friends, or risky behavior involvement take my place? And just as important, am I providing opportunities for my children to get to know me? When we return, I'll be discussing ways we can better strengthen the family bond, beginning with family dinners. Stay with us. Welcome to Rivenbark and Roper Antiques, Huntsville's finest antique gallery. Located at 313 Jefferson Street in the heart of downtown Huntsville, Alabama. For the past 12 years, my gallery has represented high-quality antiques from the 18th to the early 20th centuries. The largest collection of silver in North Alabama, Chinese and Japanese export porcelains, and original art from around the world. From day one, I have focused the business on three principles that are the essence of Rivenbark and Roper Antiques. I take great pride in providing my clients with the highest quality merchandise at the lowest prices possible, offering hospitality and personal service to build a relationship of trust and to celebrate with customers the joy of bringing beauty, style, and elegance to their home. The strengths of my business are reflected in my dedicated customers. Customers know that when they engage in business with Rivenbark and Roper Antiques, they can count on truth, knowledgeable information, and customer dedication. My staff and I invite you to visit our 5,500 square foot gallery. We look forward to seeing you. Welcome back to Southern Heirlooms. I'm Ken Rivenbark. On today's show, we're talking about bringing the family back to the table. Family dinners can be the twine that binds a family together and nurtures the mind, body, and spirit of our children. I want you to think of a potter working on a wheel, spinning a vase. Next, I want you to replace the spinning wheel with your family table. The table is the one area to best mold your family as a unit. Most American families are starved for time to spend together, and dinner may be the only time of the day when we can reconnect, leaving behind our individual pursuits of work, playing with our electronic devices, emailing, and doing homework. Dinner time is a time to relax, recharge, laugh, tell stories, and catch up on the day's ups and downs while developing a sense of who we are as a family. President Ronald Reagan once said, "All great change in America begins at the dinner table." 60 years ago, the average dinner time in America was 1.5 hours. Today, it is less than 12 minutes. In the past 20 years, the frequency of family dinners has declined 33%. This could be attributed to both parents working and trying to balance the after-school activities of multiple children. Let me add, our young parents need to be commended for having to be masters of multitasking and creatively making routines successful. So, what are the benefits of family dinners? For starters, researchers found that for young children, dinnertime conversation boosts vocabulary even more than being read aloud to. The researchers counted the number of rare words that family used during dinner conversations. Rare words are those found in the list of 3,000 most used common words by children. Young kids learn 1,000 rare words at the dinner table, compared to only 143 from parents reading storybooks aloud. Children who have a large vocabulary read earlier and more easily. Other children also reap intellectual benefits from family dinners. For school-age youngsters, regular mealtime is even more powerful predictor of high achievement scores than time spent in school, doing homework, playing sports, or engaging in art. Other researchers reported a consistent association between family dinner frequency and teen academic performance. Adolescents who ate family meals 5 to 7 times a week were twice as likely to get A's in school as those who ate dinner with their families fewer than 2 times a week. Children who eat regular family dinners also consume more fruits, vegetables, vitamins, and micronutrients, as well as fewer fried foods and soft drinks. And the nutritional benefits keep paying dividends even after kids grow up. Young adults who ate regular family dinners as teens are less likely to be obese and more likely to eat healthily once they live on their own. Americans spend more than 40% of their food budget on meals outside the home. Eating out can be convenient, but it's also caloric. Portions in restaurants just keep growing. The average restaurant meal has as much as 60% more calories than homemade meals. A study by the Center for Science and the Public Interest found that 97% of children's meals served in restaurants did not meet the basic nutritional standards for children. It isn't just the presence of healthy foods that leads to all these benefits. The dinner atmosphere is also important. Parents need to be warm and engaged rather than controlling and restrictive to encourage healthy eating in their children. But all bets are off if the TV is on during dinner. In one study, American kindergartners who watched TV or iPads during dinner were more likely to be overweight by the time they were in third grade. The association between TV watching and dinner and overweight children were also reported in Sweden, Finland, and Portugal. In addition, a stack of studies linked regular family dinners with lowering a host of high-risk teenage behaviors parents fear: smoking, binge drinking, marijuana use, violence, school problems, eating disorder, and sexual activity. In one study of more than 5,000 Minnesota's teens, researchers concluded that regular family dinners were associated with lower rates of depression and suicidal thoughts. In a very recent study, kids who had been victims of cyberbullying bounced back more readily if they had regular family dinners. Family dinners have been found to be more powerful deterrent against high-risk teen behaviors than church attendance or good grades. More information is still to come as we discuss the importance of bringing the family back to the table. We'll be right back. Welcome to Rivenbark and Roper Antiques, Huntsville's finest antique gallery. Located at 313 Jefferson Street in the heart of downtown Huntsville, Alabama. For the past 12 years, my gallery has represented high-quality antiques from the 18th to the early 20th centuries. The largest collection of silver in North Alabama, Chinese and Japanese export porcelains, and original art from around the world. From day one, I have focused the business on three principles that are the essence of Rivenbark and Roper Antiques. I take great pride in providing my clients with the highest quality merchandise at the lowest prices possible, offering hospitality and personal service to build a relationship of trust and to celebrate with customers the joy of bringing beauty, style, and elegance to their home. The strengths of my business are reflected in my dedicated customers. Customers know that when they engage in business with Rivenbark and Roper Antiques, they can count on truth, knowledgeable information, and customer dedication. My staff and I invite you to visit our 5,500 square foot gallery. We look forward to seeing you. Welcome back to Southern Heirlooms. I'm Ken Rivenbark. On today's show, we're talking about bringing the family back to the table. What's so magical about mealtimes? Dinner is the most reliable way for families to connect and find out what's going on with each other. In a survey, American teens were asked when they were most likely to talk with their parents. Dinner was the top answer. Children who eat dinner with their parents experience less stress and have a better relationship with them. This daily mealtime connection is like an insurance policy for children traveling down the road of childhood and adolescence and all the possible dangers. Teens who have 5 to 7 meals per week report that their parents are very good at listening to them. Of course, the real power of the family dinner lies in their interpersonal qualities. If a family member sits in stony silence, if they yell at each other or scold their kids, family dinners won't confer positive benefits. Sharing a roast chicken won't magically transform a parent-child relationship. Agree that dinner time will be off limits to discussing conflicts, no negative talk about homework, whose turn it is to take out the trash, or a recent D on a math quiz, or how late the curfew should be on Friday night. Dinner may be the one time of the day when a parent and child can share a positive experience, a well-cooked meal, a joke, or a story. And these small moments can gain momentum to create stronger connections away from the table. By engaging your children in conversation, you teach them how to listen and provide them with a chance to express their own opinions. This allows your children to have an active voice within the family. Family dinner plans have to be just as unique as the family unit. There's no cookie-cutter solution. There has to be some give and take, but the single most important factor is parents have to make it a top priority. The fact that 49% of American families with school-aged children eat together at home less than 3 times a week is startling. I challenge each of you to make a pledge to your family to change these statistics. A noted psychologist and mother wrote, "This is the last year that our family will have both kids living at home. In the fall, our son will move to another city for college. Our dinner table will have an empty chair. And that will be a new thing for us because ever since our kids were old enough to sit up and eat solid food, those 4 chairs have been occupied almost every night for our family dinner." The ritual of sitting down together, unplugging from our devices, stepping back from the rush of our days, and nourishing our bodies and our souls with homemade food, companionship, and conversation has been a family priority despite the tug of other commitments and activities. Consequently, our son and daughter have become skilled conversationalists and adventurous eaters. They know how to make eye contact and discuss a newspaper article, clear their plates, thank the cook, do the dishes, and ably employ the stove and food processor. The family dinner table is also the perfect place to teach your children table etiquette, how to set a table, proper table manners, and dining in public or at a friend's home. If you think of a family dinner as a time to nourish your family, prevent all kinds of problems, increase your children's cognitive abilities, and provide pleasure and fun that they can build on for the rest of their lives, a nightly meal is an effective use of time. Am I a bad parent for not doing all these things? Not at all. Personally, when I see young families, I marvel at the massive tasks that they've undertaken. My suggestions are simple for you. Start where you are. Adding 1 more family meal a week is a start. It could be a Sunday breakfast, a Saturday picnic, an 8 o'clock in the evening family snack time. Just make a conscious decision to focus on family time. Here are some strategies that have been helpful to families with young children. Invite your child to stir a pot, crumble the cheese, set the timer, or choose a menu from a couple of choices offered. Having a hand in making the meal creates pride and ownership, and that may help them stay at the dinner table longer. And don't forget to mention to the family their contributions. Prepare larger meals on the weekend that can be divided and frozen for evenings with tight schedules. Remember, Publix rotisserie chicken is just as good as one cooked at home. Add in frozen steamed vegetables and a salad and bread, and you have a 15-minute dinner ready. Shortcuts are okay. Mom eating with Johnny at 4:30 and Dad eating with Susie at 6:30 may sometimes be the only solution. This is still a wonderful time to talk and bond between a parent and a child. Plan fun nights, like Tuesday pizza nights or Thursday's burger on the grill. I read about a mother who started a tradition of an ice cream dinner once a month. All that was served was ice cream. Her children loved it and kept the day marked on the calendar, on the fridge in anticipation. Parenting is one of the most complex jobs imaginable. Unique decisions have to be made that best suits your family's needs. What works for my family may not work for yours. I encourage you to keep your focus on how to best nurture your family and not second-guess yourself when you see other families doing things differently. Some families engage in prayers or blessings of the food based on their beliefs. Taking part in this type of activity creates another special family bond. It delves into the personal, spiritual side of the parents and provides them an opportunity to share their humble feelings with the family. Holding hands during this time takes the family bond even further. I personally still look forward to sitting beside my father and holding his hand as the blessing of the food is offered. This process is a direct way to nurture your family's mind, body, and spirit. In closing, I want to share with you 2 activities that demonstrate the power that awaits you at your family table. In addition to, or in place of the dinner blessing, take the hand of the person on each side of you. In the quietness of the moment, close your eyes and mentally say thank you to the universe for the unique individual on each side of you. Explain to your family that when you do this simple activity, the family becomes united as one masterful mindset of thankfulness. Second, at other times at your dinner table, have each member of the family take a moment to whisper to someone else and tell them how thankful you are that they are in your life and that your life is more complete because of them. This may begin with just the parents offering thanks until the children are used to the concept and feel comfortable in joining in. Last, I challenge each of you to try these activities at your family table and utilize your family meals as a way of celebrating and developing the individual body, mind, and spirit of each member assembled there. You're watching Southern Heirlooms with Ken Rivenbark. We'll be right back. Welcome to Rivenbark and Roper Antiques, Huntsville's finest antique gallery. Located at 313 Jefferson Street in the heart of downtown Huntsville, Alabama. For the past 12 years, my gallery has represented high-quality antiques from the 18th to the early 20th centuries. The largest collection of silver in North Alabama, Chinese and Japanese export porcelains, and original art from around the world. From day one, I have focused the business on 3 principles that are the essence of Rivenbark and Roper Antiques. I take great pride in providing my clients with the highest quality merchandise at the lowest prices possible, offering hospitality and personal service to build a relationship of trust and to celebrate with customers the joy of bringing beauty, style, and elegance to their home. The strengths of my business are reflected in my dedicated customers. Customers know that when they engage in business with Rivenbark and Roper Antiques, they can count on truth, knowledgeable information, and customer dedication. My staff and I invite you to visit our 5,500 square foot gallery. We look forward to seeing you. On today's show, we've been talking about the importance of repeated family mealtime and a focus on bringing the family back to the table. When most of us think of our childhood days, dinner time was family time. It was probably the single most rigidly scheduled family activity in our lives. With the current onslaught of both parents working, scheduling extracurricular activities for multiple children, and our fast-paced life, it seems like the easiest thing to give up. Young families often need ideas and suggestions to help bridge mealtime with family time. During my research for this show, I came across many useful resources I think would assist young families as they strive to implement more dinner time for the family. I want to share with you 2 different projects that are available to assist you. The first is the Family Dinner Project. The Family Dinner Project is a growing movement that champions family dinner as an opportunity for family members to connect with each other through food, fun, and conversation about things that matter. Since 2009, the GOOD Project at the Harvard Graduate School of Education has helped to develop this national movement. By supporting regular, substantive connection and conversation, the Family Dinner Project encourages individuals to become more aware and mindful of ethics in their personal, academic, and professional lives. The topic of good work is essential to the kinds of conversation we hope families will pursue at the dinner table. This project aims to bring families together to share their experiences and insights to help each other realize the benefits of family dinners. Together, they will figure out the resources needed, like tips for setting dinner time goals, engaging everyone in meaningful conversation, and overcoming obstacles such as conflicting schedules to improve the frequency and quality of their mealtime interaction. The second project is the Mealtime Movement, sponsored by the Smokers Company. Meals feed the body, mealtime feeds the relationship. Enjoying conversation over food helps form connections from one bite at a time. This is what the Mealtime Movement is all about. This project features helpful tips, blogs, recipes, as well as newsletters, Facebook resources, and much more for your family's development. I hope these two programs will be beneficial to your family. The most important thing isn't what's on the table or even being around a table at all. Mealtime means taking a moment to enjoy food with people you care about, and it makes a big difference in how we live and develop as a family. May your family be richly blessed as you grow forward. With a heart full of gratitude, I'm Ken Rivenbark. You're watching Southern Heirlooms with Ken Rivenbark. Since the beginning of time, treasured heirlooms have been passed down through the generations from family to family. Whether it was your grandmother's prized sterling coffee service, or your father's collection of early American furniture, or your mother's treasured jewelry, each item was presented to you with the hope that you would enjoy each gift and carry their memory with you as you transition these beloved items into the fabric of your own life. Throughout the South, individuals hold strong ties to the past and care deeply about their heritage and the evolution of their families. Their homes, though big or small, quickly became the setting of varied traditions that united the family and created an environment of love. When we reminisce on these things, we often visualize these items in our traditional Southern classic homes that are intertwined in the memories of our childhood. And it is that exact ideal that is the premise of the show. The purpose of the show is to touch and embrace lives through the joy of celebrating family histories, creating new traditions, and preserving your treasured family heirlooms. This show presents informative segments that educate, inspire, and challenge you, the viewer, to learn more about your heirlooms as objects of beauty, as well as utilize them to learn more about your family heritage. I hope you'll join me for the next episode, as well as follow the show on our website at southernheirloomstv.com and like us on Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, Google+, LinkedIn, and Instagram.